Okay, I'm about to make this delicious T-bone steak, and I have onions and green onions to go on top, and we're going to put it in the oven and let it cook and get really tender and delicious and juicy. You're going to love this, whether you're having steak like a keto diet or you're having steak and potatoes like a regular American diet. This is a great way to make your T-bone. It tastes fabulous. You're just going to love it. Okay, so we used our tenderizer and obviously some black pepper. And as I said, you wash it, you dry it, you season it, and then we're going to cut up the onion and green onion, and I'm going to show it to you. Just a sec. Okay, as you can see, I've added the green onion and onion to the top of the steak. Pan is a little small. Should have gone with a longer broiler pan, but I didn't have one. So this is what I'm using. As you can see how pretty it is. Now, I'm not one to chew onion. I don't really like to eat it, but I love the flavor it gives to food. And we're just going to sprinkle a little bit of tenderizer over the top and a little more black pepper. You can do this to your own liking, of course. But it's just going to wake up the flavor, you know. This is going to be so good, you're going to be licking your fingers. Again, because I'm all about making delicious finger-licking food. As I said, this is a great keto meal. You could add some green beans and you're good to go. Or if you just want to eat a regular American meal, add some mashed potatoes and some green beans and a dinner roll. Or if you do both, do both. So anyway, this is going to be a delicious, juicy, succulent T-bone steak. You're going to love the taste, the flavor, and you're going to have all of that juice to pour over it to keep it nice and moist. So I'm going to pop this in the oven, and when it's done, I'll show you what it looks like. So I'll be back. Okay, so I've wrapped the foil to let you see how it's nice and tucked in, and then we're going to pop it in the oven at 450 degrees. Excuse me, 400 to 450, depending on your oven type. And then you're just going to cook it down until it's tender. So you just want to check on it maybe in about an hour, depending on how thick it is. And you'll know when it's ready, obviously. It's going to be so good. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, I almost forgot this step. You want to add a little bit of water to your pan here. You see I have a cup of water here. Really a little bit, like a third, maybe 2/3 of a cup of water, depending on how big the pan, how big the steak, and how many steaks you're making. So this is just one big steak, which is enough for 2 people or a couple of meals, of course. And we're just going to add that in, a little bit of water, and then we're going to wrap it up and put it in the oven, as I said, for like an hour or so, depending on how thick it is. 400, 450 degrees, depending on your oven. It's going to be so juicy and so delicious. You're just going to love it. And I'll show you the finished product when it's done.